Harry Kane back in the English Premier League and at Manchester United. Guys, there are these reports that are beginning to make rounds that Sir Jim Ratcliffe could make the bold decision and bring back Harry Kane into the Premier League at Manchester United. Listen, guys, I'm here to address this. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. And let's get the details and the truth about this whole Harry Kane situation and what exactly Man United is thinking and planning about it. Now, first of all, we do know that Harry Kane has got a score to settle, should I call it, or unfinished business. That's the better word in the English Premier League, because remember, when he left Tottenham to go join Bayern, he was just 47 goals shy of the record set by the legend Newcastle former striker Alan Shearer, who is the all-time goal scorer in the English Premier League. Now, we know that for a player like Harry Kane, who clearly is never going to win any seriously major titles, the Champions League, even the Bundesliga in his first season as a Bayern Munich player, denied them. So really, you clearly see that for him, the trophies are not met. I mean, there are players like that who just don't have the luck to win trophies, however good they are. Now, Kane might at least want to win more for himself, more individual trophies, probably, if I would call them, or individual mugs, if I would call them that. And winning the all-time goal scorer in the history of the English Premier League would certainly be so important for him. Now, Kane is currently 31 and playing at Bayern. And according to what we hear now, is he had in his contract with Bayern, he particularly negotiated clauses where he can leave and go back to the Premier League because, like I said, he had unfinished business, and he knew even when he was leaving Tottenham that maybe at one point he would consider rejoining the English Premier League just to go and sort the unfinished stuff and try to beat the record of the legend. Now, it is emerging now that Sir Jim, and we've known this probably even from before, even before we signed Rasmus Højlund, we knew that INEOS and Man United were a bit interested in Harry Kane, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe actually loves the boy, he loves the player, he would want to have him at his club. And perhaps before, under earlier circumstances, it would make sense. But here's the truth for me. Harry Kane can be bought, and not this summer because he refused to trigger. He did not explore the option of triggering the summer exit clause in his current contract with Bayern. So he can only leave probably in the summer of 2026. Now, at that time, Kane will be 33. Now, for Manchester United to pay, because he would be able to leave for about £54 million in 2026 at 33. Now, for Manchester United to pay that amount of money for a 33-year-old player, however good he may be, first of all, would look quite oxymoron, preaching this and doing that, or doing the opposite of what the same things you preach, because INEOS are saying they do not want to do things the same way that they were done before, tying down players to insane contracts, yet they are old, they are aging. Why are you signing aging players for £50 million or so? That is wrong. They are looking at rebuilding the team, looking at young players and make their own stars, make their own Harry Kanes and Mbappes. Why then would you spend 54 million to sign Harry Kane, even if he has still got goals in him? For how many seasons will he give you goals, and to what end? What would Harry Kane's goals yield Man United in 2026? So you think about all that and you feel perhaps it's just excitement. I think for me, if Harry Kane were to return to England, the sensible thing would be for him to rejoin, to go back to London, join Arsenal in this summer. If Arsenal fails to get Isak and whichever top strikers they would want, I still think he has got some goals in him that can help Arsenal try compete for the Premier League title. That would make sense. But at 33, in the next summer, he joins United. Whichever way you look at it, it would raise the expectations of Man United supporters, thinking United is now bringing a big striker to compete for titles. Yet, I don't think even in 2026, United will be at the level where we are saying, let's now go in and all out to win the Premier League title. That would be a rushed ambition. So for me, I think guys, good as a player, good as he is as a player, I don't think we should be so excited about Harry Kane. In any case, we should be excited about how good Chido Obi or Shea Lacy or Ethan Whitley rather, how these youngsters we have in the academy would have matured by 2026. That's the excitement we should have, and that for me would make sense, would show a clear shift from what the Glazers were doing and what INEOS are trying to do with the new United. So guys, I'm not here to give you false hope. Ken is not joining United. I wouldn't be moved unless he were joining as a free agent. Unless we are free, he won't be free, unfortunately. But if it's a deal where United has got to pay cash, to pay money for Harry Kane, that will be taking us back to the deals where we signed Casemiro on a long contract, paying him crazy money, gave us 1 season, and up to now we are stuck with him. Are we solving any problems? Are we moving on? Are we learning from our past mistakes? Ruben Amorim keeps emphasizing it whenever he's asked the question about the transfer window. The first thing Amorim says is, we are being careful not to do the mistakes that we did in the past. That would be a classic Man United mistake post Sir Alex Ferguson. If United paid any money for Harry Kane in the summer of 2026. So guys, just don't forget about it. Let's not go into that excitement. Let's not go into that talk. Let's not even try to give it reason, regardless of how frustrated we are with Rasmus Højlund and whatever you want, whatever debates you're having with your Arsenal nemesis. Guys, let's not even feed it. That's a rumor that I want us to put behind us. We wanted him before. Perhaps it wouldn't even have been a good deal. Good enough we didn't have the man and we didn't sign him. I don't think that's the future for Manchester United. That would not be progress. That would not be us correcting wrongs. That would be us going back to where we have been in what would look to be a vicious circle. So, guys, Ken back to England? Perhaps. To United? Hell no. It's not happening. Subscribe, like, and share, because in my next video, I'm going to tell you one other kid. I know all our eyes and focus is on Chido Obi, but I've told you there's several kids in the Man United Academy that are good. And I'll tell you about one other one. Perhaps not so many of you are paying attention to. It's not Sekou Kone. I know you love Sekou Kone. I know you love Chido Obi. There is one boy in that academy who could surprise everyone should Ruben Amorim get a proper preseason and get to see him. He could be the surprise package in the senior team come next season. Subscribe to the United of Sport. I'm coming.